This is a great movie. You're not going to regret it.
Time to get serious about movies.
It's your front row seat to Hollywood's best movies here on Cinema at the Cinema. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of On Cinema at the Cinema. I'm your host, Tim Heidecker, and joining me as has been the past few episodes is Greg Turkington.
Hey guys, welcome to On Cinema at the Cinema, the show where we share movie expertise and expert opinions.
Thank you, Greg. And we are a big episode today because we will be announcing the finalists for the skin donor program. And can't come a day too soon because it's getting worse and worse, and I'm begging the doctors to speed things up. Just sit.
Seats are really uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. They're very comfortable. It's the opposite of.
No, they're not comfortable.
They're called leisure seats for a reason. I'm enjoying sitting in these seats.
Well, I'm not.
Just recline a little bit. Put a little good. It's
Well,
got
that's
lumbar
even
support.
worse.
You press the button.
It's just like the interior of the cushion, like the spring is poking up or something.
No,
And
these
it's
are
just
brand new.
lumpy.
So later in the show, stick
Can't
around.
really watch the movie with the angles of this.
Later in the episode, stick around. We're going to be announcing.
I hate this.
All right, later in the episode, we're going to be announcing the finalists for the my facial skin donor program. Of course, we're looking at Mark Proch, John Aprea, Joey Estevez from Decker, President Davidson, also General Cotter from John Aprea, and Manuel and Axiom from DKR and Dakar. So that's coming up at the end of the episode. Very excited to find out who is going to be donating some of their skin so I can bring my face back to its original state. Anything coming in from you these days?
Yeah, a little ray of sunshine, actually. I got a call from Mark the other day, and he was going down the street in Van Nuys, where he lives, and saw a sign for an estate sale where the guy was actually selling his VHS collection, or his father, who passed away. His father was a big video collector, and I ended up getting over 1,000 tapes for $100, which is an incredible deal. So we're starting to rebuild
Great. Well,
the Victorville
That's
Film
great to hear.
Archive. A lot of titles in there I'd never seen before, which is unusual because I've seen most of the titles out there. But and then a lot of the classics that we need
Thank
to
you very much
restock
for the
and
update on the
rebuild
VFA.
to rebuild the archive. Thanks, Mark.
You're welcome.
For that
By the
tip.
way, we've unfortunately had to say goodbye to Mr. John Lenard, Chef John Lenard. Just wasn't working out, and there were some issues with the, obviously the spiciness levels of that popcorn shrimp was a big problem, and some issues with cleanliness in the kitchen, and so I'm taking over
He
the
didn't
menu.
wipe out the microwave with a paper towel after he cooked.
No, that's not it. I'm basically taking over the menu and head chef for now. It's not that hard. Anybody can do it. We are keeping some of the signature Lenard items, and I'm going to be retooling it over the next few weeks. I'm definitely keeping the sliders and the
Get the
paella.
regular popcorn so I don't have to keep bringing in my own bags and microwave.
I told you to keep your popcorn out of my theater. That's your second warning. Anyways, all the best to John Lenard. Let me do the chicken skewers, the peanut sauce, and side of truffle oil, and a glass of the red wine.
I want another one of these, whatever the
white
white
wine?
wine, yeah.
You got it.
Well, take Mark, take his glass. We don't.
You can leave
I
it
was
here.
going to get him a new one.
Well, but take it. He's done, so take the glass. I have to find another waiter now.
It doesn't matter if the glass is sitting there.
All right, let's get into the movies. The Boss Baby, directed by Hendel Butoy, starring Tom McGrath, and directed by Tom McGrath. Just have one director. You don't need two directors. Actor Miles Christopher Bakshi, the great Alec Baldwin, Eric Bell Jr., and Jimmy Kimmel. A suit-wearing, briefcase-carrying baby teams up with his 7-year-old brother to stop an evil plot by the CEO of Puppy Company. And this is The Boss Baby. And it was great to see Jimmy Kimmel do his thing.
Well, here, you don't really see it, you hear it.
Ah, yes, this is a cartoon. And that's my 5 bags of popcorn on that, on Boss Baby.
I liked it. I mean, it's very much in the vein of the Peanuts movie, which we reviewed last season. It's something that kids would like.
Speaking
because
of
they're
peanuts,
kids
by the way.
characters.
Speaking
but
of
then
peanuts,
also there's
this
something.
chicken skewers has a beautiful peanut sauce, almost like a Thai inspired, that I am definitely. Just put it on the damn table. Don't. Yes, and that goes on the table too. Not that complicated.
Oh, sorry, Greg. Sorry.
This is why you don't need waiters in movie theaters. If people buy the stuff at the concession stand, they're not going to be tripping over people during the movie.
What's your rating on Boss Baby?
I'm going to give it 5 bags of popcorn. I actually really loved it. It was just what I needed. Very, very funny movie.
Oh. Mark, ice cold.
Huh?
It's ice fucking cold.
I added in the thing
What do you put it in for?
for 30.
Leave the wine. That's nice. Great. Zookeeper's Wife, directed by Nikki Caro, acted by Jessica Chastain, Daniel Bruhu, Johan Heldenberg. Tells the account of the wars Sao Zhu helped save hundreds of people and animals during the Nazi invasion. Whoa, where are you going with the wine? Put the wine on the... Hot. Very hot. Not spicy. Temperature hot. What do you think of The Zookeeper's Wife, starring Jessica Chastain?
I would have liked to see it more as an animated picture because then the animals would be able to talk and express their feelings, which is something you saw in the other movie we reviewed, The Baby Boss. So that's where they made a mistake, but it was still, I wouldn't say fun because of the subject matter, but
Reminded me of the Steven Spielberg movie.
Schindler's List.
No, Jurassic Park.
Because of the animals,
Yeah.
but this was more serious, you know. I just think if you had animated animals, then they could give their perspective on what was going on in history at that time. Yeah.
All right, let's
So
skip-
5 bags of popcorn and 5 bags of animal feed.
All right, let's get to the real stuff here.
Which popcorn, one thing, popcorn could be animal feed. Or corn.
Okay, we promised this, and everyone's excited about it.
Yeah, I have this Road to Hollywood. We're going to cue it up right now.
No, we're
It's,
going to preempt that because we're going to be announcing the finalists for the skin donor situation for my face. So, as you guys know, we had Mark Proch, Joe Estevez, John
Just pick
Aprea.
one.
Mark Proch and John Aprea and Joe Estevez, as well as our 2 finalists, Axiom and Manuel. You want to come out here? Just step into the light. Congratulations on making it to the final round. Whew, this is intense. I know for sure that if it was me and if the roles were reversed, I'd be first in line to help you bros out. Because I always have your back and you always have mine.
Yes, of course. It's always been like that. It's always been like that, and it's always going to be like that.
But there can only be one donor. I can only pick one. And it's probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do. I'll start with you, Axiom. You've been there for me from the beginning. Basically, my little brother in life, also now officially my brother-in-law.
Yes.
And I know that was painful for you and continues to be so. But you are so strong and you have such a good heart and you have such a good attitude and you're an awesome rocks guitar player and you've adapted to DKR. You know, you designed some of the best beats I've ever heard. You've shifted and I've seen it. And it's been the most beautiful evolution I've ever seen. By the way, if you have any Italian dishes you want to add to this menu, I'm looking for new items.
Yes.
Manuel, you're a bit newer in my life, okay? So we're still trying to figure each other out. I know you're kind of like, who is this guy?
Elizabeth.
But I know you, You're a good man, like Decker would say. How are you supposed to do this? That's the way to do it. There can only be one. Axiom, will you please step forward? Now, nothing would give me more pleasure, more joy, than to honorably wear your skin on my face.
Would be an honor.
But unfortunately, we are not a match. Therefore, Manuel, it will be you. You'll be donating your skin to my face. Okay? You all right with this?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Hey, better luck next time, huh?
Thank you so much. Thank you for the consideration.
Thank you. Whew. Okay. Take a sit here, man. You're with me now. We're together now. We're together now. All right. You want some wine? You should
Yes.
celebrate.
Yes, I would love some wine.
Mark, we get a glass of wine?
Manuel, what can I get you?
Just some wine. Thanks. We'll be back next week with a new everything. Thanks. Get the red. Get him the red, glass of red.
Okay.
So we need to get you checked in tonight. So no fat. You get a fast, no eating. We'll have the glass of wine. That'll be it. Where's the wine?